of their foresight, dedication, and unwavering belief in a brighter future. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, dear colleagues, once again, good evening to you all. As we gather today to honor the foundation upon which our great institution stands, it is with immense pride that we welcome you to the Founders' Day 2025, a day of remembrance, celebration, and renewed purpose. Last year, we marked a historic milestone, 100 years of trust, service, and innovation. But today is not just about looking back at our achievements. It is about carrying forward the legacy of our visionary founders who laid the cornerstone of this institution with unwavering dedication and foresight. Their values continue to guide us, inspiring excellence in everything we do. As we step into our 101st year, we reaffirm our commitment to growth, integrity, and the promise of a brighter future. So let us come together to celebrate this journey, one that blends history with progress, tradition with transformation, and dreams with achievements. Welcome to Founders' Day 2025, a tribute to our past, a celebration of our present, and a promise of our future. So without further delay, let's begin today's program. We are extremely happy to have with us Sri Madhusudan Sai, the Humanitarian and the spiritual guru, to deliver the Founders' Day lecture. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and being here to inspire all of us. I now request Shri P. Pradeep Kumar, Chairman of Karnataka Bank, and Shri Krishnan H, Managing Director and CEO, Karnataka Bank, to escort our chief guest onto the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all give a rousing welcome to them as they take their seats on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a kind request. All of you are requested to keep your mobile phones on silent mode for a while. Thank you. One song can change a moment. One idea can change the world. One step can start a journey. But a prayer can change the impossible. I now request Mrs. Veena T.N., officer from Bengaluru Basaveshwar Nagara branch, to invoke God's blessings. I request you all please to remain seated.
भावितफलके जय जय दुर्गे जय जय दुर्गे दुर्गे
Thank you, Veena, for that melodious rendition. It is our honor to pay tribute to the visionary founders of Karnataka Bank, who laid the foundation for this esteemed institution 101 years ago. As we celebrate this momentous occasion, we remember the pioneering spirit, unwavering commitment, and selfless dedication of our founders. Their legacy continues to inspire us, guiding our journey as we strive for excellence and community service. To commemorate their contributions, I invite our chief guest, Shri Madhusudan Sai, Chairman Shri P. Pradeep Kumar, Board of Directors, MD and CEO Shri Sri Krishnan H, and Executive Director Shri Shekhar Rao to pay floral tributes to the founders of Karnataka Bank. This gesture clearly symbolizes our gratitude and respect for your enduring vision and leadership. May I now request all the dignitaries to light the lamp which symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of enlightenment and prosperity. I request the dignitaries kindly to light the lamp. We all pray that this light will remain in the lives of everyone who is closely associated with KBL family. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we light this lamp which ushers goodness to all of us. Thank you, gentlemen. We are indeed privileged to have with us Sri Madhusudan Sai as our chief guest for the 101st Founders Day celebration. As a symbol of our esteem and admiration, now I request our chairman, Shri P. Pradeep Kumar, and MD and CEO, Shri Sri Krishnan H, to present a floral welcome and felicitate the illustrious Madhusudan Sai on behalf of the KBL family. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Sri Madhusudan Sai and also felicitate him on behalf of the KBL family. May I request our MD and CEO, Shri Sri Krishnan H, to offer a floral welcome to our chairman, Shri P. Pradeep Kumar. Warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you, one and all. Sri Krishnan H, or popularly called as Shri, is a dynamic banker. His leadership marked by scaling, optimizing, growing, and transforming businesses has earned him respect and acclaim within the industry. His career trajectory underscores his ability to drive sustained growth, emphasizing the adoption of digital operational frameworks and innovative solutions to meet the unique demands of the Indian market. Through him, Karnataka Bank embraced a new era of leadership in 2023. With a proven record and a visionary approach, he embodies the future of banking excellence. His expertise has been guiding us towards greater heights, paving the way for success and prosperity for our valued clients and stakeholders. Under his stewardship, the bank is exploring new frontiers and redefining growth through customer-first and digital-centric approach. And now, over to our MD and CEO, Shri Sri Krishnan H, for the welcome address and introduction of the chief guest. Over to you, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಮಾತ್ರೆಗಳು ಸೋಲ್ಮೇಲು, that's the other word. Sri Madhusudan Sai, Sadhguru, chief guest for the evening, Chairman Sri Pradeep Kumar, Board of Directors, Dr. Balkrishna Alse, Sri Jivendas Narayan, Gururaj Acharya, our ED Shekhar Rao, and all other general managers, other colleagues who are physically present here, and those who are watching us live through the live streaming and virtually. This is through the social media handle and our TV channels. All the esteemed guests of the bank who have come from far and near, customers of the bank who have been with us for generations. This is a bank that transcends generations. Customers also transcend generations with us. Good evening and a very, very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you all for your very, very wholehearted participation. It is indeed a great milestone for the bank today as we complete 101 glorious years. The rich legacy is such a strength for all of us at Karnataka Bank and to our stakeholders as well. The well-planned strategies, and the unstinted support from all our stakeholders have helped the bank to keep going on, strong, vibrant, resilient, evolve, and most importantly, to stay relevant. 101 is a very, very auspicious number. As always, we do by adding 1 during a gifting. During a gifting, we add a 1 to 100, 1 to a 500, 1 to 1,000. So during the centenary year, we launched a theme, an internal theme that was called, and that was celebrated in grandeur last year. And we launched a theme called Startup at 100, wherein we emphasized to our entire colleagues, workforce, that we need to think and act entrepreneurially. So technically, when we have started up at 100, we are 1 year old today. So we want to really continue this journey with the same amount of passion, commitment into the next century. The financial services ecosystem around the world, and in India in particular, has seen many changes given the continued geopolitical developments in many countries. While there have been several interventions from the government and regulatory authorities to curtail volatility, the balancing act of encouraging growth and also maintaining a very tight control have provided the resilience not only to the banking industry as a whole, but also to banks such as Karnataka Bank. So these measures have helped us to become more stronger and more resilient when compared to other markets. We owe a lot to our illustrious founders who began the journey way back in 1924 in this very city of Mangaluru. And in a very humble way, they were coming together, the 9 great individuals of high social stature. And in this coastal belt of Dakshin Kannada, their mission was very simple: to empower and upgrade the lives of low and middle income population by providing timely financial assistance when access to the banking system was very limited. Serving the unserved and the underserved was the objective, keeping in mind the financial needs of small businesses, agriculturists, others, and also growing into leadership position as a bank in a very calibrated manner. This was achieved through continuous branch expansion, consistent profitability for all the 101 years, and the continuous returns, which were given back to the stakeholders. The business model actually laid a very strong foundation for scalable growth, and as we speak today, our bank has crossed a business turnover of 1,77,000 crores as of December 31, 2024, with a deposit base of over 1 lakh crores and an advances base of over 77,000 crores. And Karnataka Bank is a universal bank, catering to all the requirements of over 1.3 crores valued customers and growing stronger day by day. In January 25, our bank was honored by the Indian Bank Association with a record number of 6 prestigious awards in recognition of the best technology, implementation, and the business models adopted by the bank. Those trophies are kept outside right in the lobby here, and on your way back, I'm sure that you'll be able to see them. Today, on this occasion, we bow our head with respect to the home and respectful homage to all of our founders, namely Sri B.R. Vasaraya Achar, who was the founder chairman, Sri Nellikai Venkat Rao, Sri Pejavar Narayana Acharya, Sri Kalmadi Lakshmi Narayana Rao, Sri Pangala Subbarao, Sri Udupi Venkat Rao, Sri Seshabhat Bhide, Sri Narikombu Ramarao, Sri Kakunja Sadashiva Adiga. These are illustrious individuals who have guided us through the last 101 years. Though they are not physically with us, the vision, the values, the path shown by them will always guide us in our journey, and we will stay committed to carry forward the traditions and the values set by our esteemed founders. On this occasion, I would also like, with gratitude, recollect the invaluable contribution of the past chairman, MD CEOs of the bank, who were exemplary in steering the bank to greater heights. Their leadership during their respective tenures helped the bank to successfully navigate all the economic challenges and yet remain strong. We always remember all of them, and we would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to my immediate predecessor, Sri Mahabaleshwar, MS Mahabaleshwar, sir, who is physically here, and thank you so much. He is here with his wife. Karnataka Bank, over the last 24 months, has embarked on major transformative steps to enhance its presence, embrace technology, digital infrastructure for serving our constituents. Various other initiatives to improve process, products, service culture form a part of our ongoing journey. On this founding day, we will be launching a few more unique products in a short while from now. I'm not going to steal the thunder out of that. Most of the investments that are required for the improvisation of processes, products and technology infrastructure are already in place, and we hope to reap the benefits of all these initiatives in the short as well as in the long term as we go forward. We had launched, as part of the centenary year, to reposition ourselves, a branding PR campaign called Bharat Ka Karnataka Bank. And that was part of our centenary celebration. We continued this theme, for the entire year. This year, we are launching a campaign to celebrate 101. The 1 over 100, it is very auspicious. It is the beginning number. It is for Shubha Aramba. We wish to celebrate the spirit of that always one step ahead, representing the good wishes and blessings, a campaign that highlights our commitment to go that extra mile. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to present Shubh 101. Can you play the AV, please? The lights also dim if you can. Thank you. Here's a sneak preview of all the Shubh 101 campaign that we have planned for this year. A couple of them will be shown. A little about the Shubh 101 logo. It is very thoughtfully crafted. It embodies Karnataka Bank journey of 101 glorious years, rooted in our cultural heritage. The kalash in the zero, of that 101, it signifies prosperity, new beginnings, and deeply intertwined with our journey for the next century. Our bank's star emblem, which, it is right there. It is underscoring the pivotal role, and the Shubha, which is basically an auspicious start. It is actually very valid and very, very easily adaptable in other languages also. In Indian languages, it's Shubh, Shubho, Shubham, and so on and so forth. So the incomplete zero is carrying a deeper narrative, a revolve motion circle representing the bank's dynamic progress and ever expanding, the essence of the thriving entity in constant motion. And of course, there was an inspiration from the last year's centenary, the logo that we had done, which had the infinity symbol. That is also subtly carrying forward in the theme for boundless growth. In line with our tradition every year, we've been inviting distinguished guests, distinguished personalities of national and international repute from different walks of life to grace our Founders Day program for delivering the Founders Day lecture. Today, we are extremely fortunate and privileged to have a distinguished, motivational, spiritual leader, none other than Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. He is an internationally renowned, great humanitarian and spiritual leader who has chosen the topic today, human excellence and banking, very appropriate for all of us. We greatly appreciate your accepting our invitation immediately when we approached you, sir, and look forward to your lecture today. I also have the pleasant task of introducing our chief guest today. Sri Madhusudan Sai's mission of service and spirituality spans over 80 countries. He has dedicated his life for uplifting millions through free nutrition, education, and healthcare initiatives. Through his tireless efforts and inspiring leadership, he has created a model of selfless service that touches millions of lives across continents with Mudanahalli in Karnataka serving as an epicenter for this global service activities. One striking observation in Mudanahalli is that there are no cash counters. Actually, there is no work for a company like Karnataka Bank. More than that, I think I should not be saying anything more about Sri Madhusudan Sai. We'd like to play a video that would probably say it all. Can we have the video, please? And the lights can be dimmed as well.
One world, one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is the guiding principle of the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. Founded by Sri Madhusudan Sai, a young humanitarian and visionary, the mission has established institutions of healthcare, education, and nutrition across 80 countries over the past 12 years. All services are provided free of charge, silently transforming millions of lives worldwide through the power of compassion. The Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program began in 2012 with breakfast for just 50 children and has since grown to become India's largest morning nutrition program. Today, over 10 million school children across India and beyond receive the Sai Sure multi-nutrient supplement, helping them begin each day nourished and ready to learn. In education, the mission has established a university and 28 residential campuses in India, as well as a school in Nigeria, offering free education from grade 6 through to doctoral studies. Over 3,700 students are receiving values-based education and developing skills to make a positive impact on society, with many coming from rural backgrounds and 40% being girls. A skill development center equips rural youth with job-ready skills through courses in plumbing and electrical technologies. Additionally, over 7,800 scholarships have been awarded to encourage primary school enrollment for rural children. The vision of accessible medical education was realized with the inauguration of the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research by Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. Offering free medical education with a commitment to serve rural communities, the institute is bridging the healthcare gap between the urban and rural areas. On the healthcare front, the mission has established the world's largest network of free pediatric cardiac hospitals in India, Fiji, and Sri Lanka. Since 2012, over 34,000 life-saving procedures have been performed at these hospitals, all at no charge. Additionally, 5 mother and child hospitals, primary care wellness centers, mobile hospitals, 2 multi-specialty hospitals in India, and 2 hospitals in Nigeria have together provided consultations to more than 2.9 million patients. Looking ahead, the mission's next milestone is a 600-bed state-of-the-art hospital in Mudanahalli, set to be the world's largest fully free hospital. Scheduled for inauguration in November 2025, it will be the second teaching hospital for the medical college. This facility will provide world-class healthcare to everyone, removing financial barriers and ensuring equitable access to high-quality care. Beyond nutrition, education, and healthcare, the mission has also established 11 centers for human development across 10 countries, fostering both service initiatives. The vision for the future is bold and transformative: to establish 600 schools all over India and 6,000 wellness centers, one in every taluk. With a mission to ensure that no child goes to school hungry, the goal is to nourish 80 million children daily, empowering the next generation with education, health, and hope. This monumental dream embodies the spirit of oneness and service, striving to create a brighter, equitable future for all. When individuals prosper, society prospers. When society prospers, the nation prospers. And when nations prosper, the world prospers. Together, we are one world, one family.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him with a big round of applause. Today's function is presided by our beloved chairman, Sri Pradeep Kumar, a great source of inspiration and a guiding force for all of us at Karnataka Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sri Pradeep Kumar for today's function. We heartily welcome the Board of Directors who are here. They extend their guidance and support at all times in steering the bank on the path of sustained growth and stability. A very warm welcome to Shekhar Rao, our Executive Director, who is a true pillar of strength for me in the operational leadership in the bank. We welcome the family members of our directors, general managers, other staff members who are here. I recognize the presence of Srimati Shubha P. Bhatt, Srimati Renuka Anantakrishna, and all other leading ladies of the KBL family. Hearty welcome to each one of you. I extend a warm welcome to our legal advisor, Sri Shankar Bhatt, host of other luminaries, valued customers from various parts of the country, fellow bankers, honorable elected representatives, officials of the district, city, and police administration, learned members from the judiciary, shareholders, and well-wishers of our bank from all over the country have joined us today, either physically or virtually. I recognize the gracious presence of Sri Kota Srinivas Pujari, Member of Parliament, Udupi and Chikmagaluru, Sri D. Vedavyas Kamath, MLA, Mangalore South Constituency, Sri Yashpal Suvarna, MLA, Udupi Constituency, Sri Kiran Kumar Kodiki, MLA, Kundapura Constituency, Sri Mullai Muhilan, MP, Deputy Commissioner, Dakshina Kannada, Sri Anupam Agarwal, Commissioner of Police, he will be joining us very soon, Sri Yatish, Superintendent of Police, and also Abhay Chandra Jain, former MLA. Sri Manjunath, who is there, part of the bank's board in the past, again, very warm welcome to all of you. I extend a very warm welcome to the directors from our subsidiary company, KBL Services, and their CEO, the team members, former directors of the bank, office bearers of both the unions, retired members of the staff of Karnataka Bank. I recognize with gratitude the gracious presence of top executives from our valued partners, life insurance, non-life, general insurance companies. I think a whole group of them have arrived, and channel partners, business associates, auditors, fintech partners and vendors, members of the print and digital media, Namma Kudla and Namma TV, both are the channels which are covering this program live. The program today will be followed by a Carnatic music concert by Vidwan Shashank Subramanyam and Vidwan P. Unnikrishnan. My hearty welcome to them as well. Today, our Karnataka Bank is standing tall with 941 branches, 1,500 plus digital touch points, that's ATM and cash handlers, and 15 regional offices with a very strong and dedicated team, all my family, 8,700 plus staff to serve you at all times. Few days before, we had opened on 11th of this month, we had opened the bank branch in a holy town of Puri in Odisha, and it is a great opportunity that we are in Ayodhya as well as in Puri, in addition to all the other major holy cities. As we step into yet another exciting year, we have set ourselves bigger goals. We will ensure that the growth is sustainable and, more importantly, consistent. Once again, I heartily welcome each one of you and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your welcome address and also introducing our chief guest in a unique way. And a warm welcome to you too to this beautiful evening of celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate to be a part of this gathering and experience something that's precious and rare. I'm sure you are all ready to soak in the knowledge that will be imparted by our chief guest. It's now time to hear our revered guest. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Madhusudan Sai on human excellence and banking. Over to you, sir.
ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सहवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनामधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः. On this very special occasion, of 101 years of Karnataka Bank. I'm very honored to be here, present with all of you to celebrate this special moment. And what I loved the most was Sri Krishnanji calling everybody the KBL family. I think that speaks about the culture, the traditions, the value system of the bank and its, I wouldn't say employees, but all the family members. Our mission, as you have just seen, is also about family, but not just a small family of 4 or 6, but the whole world being one family. And that is something that matches in terms of our value system. When we call each other a family, we know what to do with each other. So I'm very happy to come here, and I hope now I am also a part of this Karnataka Bank family in some way. The Honorable Chairman, Pradeep Kumarji, the MD, Sri Krishnanji, and all the members of the board, the esteemed guests, and most importantly, the founders of this great institution, whose vision to bring banking to the last and the least and to empower them with economic opportunities has truly inspired me. Whatever I learned today in the last 1 hour with the esteemed members of the board, it has truly inspired me, because this is where our value systems match. Whatever we do in our mission is to empower the last and the least. In fact, for me, it is not about the survival of the fittest in the society. It is about the survival of the weakest. A jungle can be about survival of the fittest, but a society, a family should be about the survival of the weakest. And I think as a bank, you have been doing a wonderful job for the last 100 years, 101 years. The Shubha 1 year that you have already added to the last 100 has consistently performed, delivered with tremendous capacity, efficiency, profitability, and more importantly, with a sense of purpose to all the people in Karnataka and beyond. This is a great achievement, and first and foremost, on this 101 years of Karnataka Bank, I want to thank every one of you on behalf of thousands and thousands of beneficiaries who have been benefited by your tireless efforts over this whole century. I was told to speak about excellence in banking. Now, one must wonder what a spiritual teacher or a social worker has to do with banking and excellence in it. So let me let the cat out of the bag. In my previous avatar, I was a banker, and maybe that is the reason I'm here today in some way. So I understand bank, I understand banking, I understand all that goes to run the bank, all that goes into it by all of you, the kind of efforts that you put in. I truly appreciate, that is why I said I truly appreciate all the work that you do tirelessly, selflessly for so many people in the country and beyond. The word excellence by itself is an institutional value system. We at our mission have a university called Sri Satya Sai University for Human Excellence. And Sri Narasimha Murthy, who is the Chancellor, he's here with us today. Thank you. Yeah. He has spent over 6 decades in education, and he still mentors our various educational institutions. And I was his student at some point in time while I was studying at his institutions as a student. So we thought of this name excellence. It could have been a university of higher education, a university of some skill or some kind of idea. But then we chose this word carefully. Let it be a university that is about excellence. And what kind of excellence? Human excellence. Excellence in processes, excellence in products, excellence in services is one kind. But we are producing humans in the university to show it, so it should be about human excellence. And this was borrowed from the great Bhagavad Gita, where Sri Krishna said, Buddhi yukto jahatiha ube sukruta dukshkrute tasmad yogaya yujjasya yogaha karmasu kaushalam, it says. Yoga is excellence. Karmasu kaushalam. In whatever we do, if we do it very well, if we do it in an excellent way, that itself is yoga, you will become a yogi. But to achieve that, there is a precondition. In banks, we know there are terms and conditions to everything. And so there is a terms and conditions that also exist with becoming a yogi through action, which is performed in an excellent way. What does he say? Buddhi yukto. jahati iha, ubhe sukra duskrite, buddhi yukta. With discrimination, with buddhi, you must operate in this world. You have to do things after thinking through it. There cannot be a gap, there cannot be a loose movement, there cannot be a casual way. It has to be thoroughly analyzed, scrutinized, understood, entirely processed, and then only we should be able to take a decision about what we want to do, whether it's a small thing or big. So buddhi yukta, we have to have buddhi. Di means intelligence, buddhi is discriminating intelligence. So that kind of intelligence which discriminates between the right and the wrong is the very first step towards excellence. Excellence have many connotations, and of course the shloka goes jahati iha ubhe sukrita duskrite. And then don't worry about the good and the bad that comes out of in terms of results. Whatever you have got to do for the betterment of all as part of your duty, you must do. And don't worry too much about the outcomes. Give it up. That attachment to the outcome, you should give it up, because if you have done things right, you will have right results naturally. So you do not worry about that and you continue to perform. And yoga, you just invest your mind in this kind of yoga. Yoga is to connect. Yoga is to yoke. Yoga is to attach. So attach your mind to this idea that I must discriminate before I act, and whatever action I do, whatever be the outcome, if I have done it well, I shall leave the results to the divine, to the greater power at work, which will take care of the results and outcome. I should not worry about it. And then we should continue from there by investing our thoughts in such a discrimination and perform anything that we have got to do with excellence. But this is a common thought, this is a general idea which can apply to every aspect of our living. Even how do we eat, or where do we go, whom do we meet, what do we speak, in everything excellence can be applied. So the interesting part was that one of the ministers who was helping us to get the university established, he asked, Swamiji, what do you mean by human excellence? Excellence is everywhere, but what do you mean by human excellence? And we said, if a lawyer enters a law college, he must come out as a lawyer. A student enters a law college, will come out as a lawyer. If a student enters a medical college, will come out as a doctor. If a student enters an engineering college, he will come out as an engineer. So also, if a student enters our university, he must come out as divine. He may enter as human, but come out as divine on the other end. That is human excellence for us. This definition of turning our human endeavors into divine endeavors is my understanding of excellence. Whatever we do, we must do as the divine would do. Because divine discriminates, divine is compassionate, divine performs everything for the greater good of all. With this idea, when we perform our actions for the greater good of all, every action turns into an excellent action. That kaushalam starts happening. We start pushing boundaries, we start learning new things, we start challenging ourselves, because we want to do it better for everybody's sake, for the greater good of all. That is how institutions grow. When you strive for that excellence, when you want to do the things right, and you do the right things, both of them. Do the right things and do the things right. That is the essence of excellence. The other word for excellence would be dharma. Because dharma is all about doing the right things and doing it right. And dharma generally is thought of as some kind of a religious concept. You are followers of certain ideologies, you are dharmic. But our scriptures don't talk about dharma so loosely, so casually. Dharma is the very idea of doing what you are born to do. So if you are doing banking today, somewhere that is your dharma. Swadharma it is called. Swadharma means that which you are born to do. And Sri Krishna says, Swadharme nidaram shreyaha. It's better to die doing one's duty than to copy somebody else. However faulty it might be, still you should do your duty, because by continuously doing it, one day you will achieve excellence. So in banking, where this excellence comes from, apart from all the processes, apart from the governance, apart from the right kind of products and excellent service and everything else that comes with it, the compliance, the regulatory frameworks and things like that, I will not talk about that because I'm sure you all know about it. But I will talk about this idea of doing it right and doing the right thing. Dharma. That should guide all the banking. We have seen banks rise, banks fall. I was also a part of the great subprime crisis that happened, and I'm very happy that it happened during my lifetime. At least I had a view of what can go wrong when dharma takes a back seat. And that is what happened in many times, not just once, but it has happened many times. That is why I appreciate Karnataka Bank being there for 100 years. From the pre-independence times to now, world has changed, commerce has changed, finance has changed, the way we deal with money has changed, the money itself has changed. We talk about cryptocurrencies now, so it's a different kind of currency. So many changes have happened, but then why did this bank stand the ground despite all the challenges of so many changes? It's because it has rooted itself in the very idea of the greater good, which is its dharma. As long as we follow that idea of doing greater good through whatever we do, that is dharma. People ask me, what is my swadharma? I say, whatever makes your heart happy when you do it. And it also leads to greater good. Heart can be happy if you eat a burger or a pizza today. But that is not a greater good of anybody. But that which makes you happy and also leads to the greater good, that is your true swadharma. So two parts, doing the right thing and doing it the right way. This is swadharma. And this is what bankers is all about, because we don't deal with our things, right? We are custodians, we are trustees. We are caretakers of somebody else's money, somebody else's resources. So the idea of dharma should be even more strongly rooted in all of us. Because the moment is a compromise on dharma, everything falls apart. By definition, dharayati iti dharmaha. That which supports, that which sustains is dharma. So the moment we deviate from this idea of dharma, whoever you might be, in whichever profession, the entire thing falls apart. It falls into disarray. Societies are destroyed. So dharma for a banker or somebody dealing with the finances or resources of other people in the society is the most important virtue that one can possess. And this dharma cannot be negotiated, cannot be compromised, cannot be sacrificed for anything. Whether it's top line, bottom line, whether it's quarterly results, profits, this dharma cannot be sacrificed. Anything within the purview of dharma is accepted. That is the idea of Bhagavad Gita. It says you have to do your dharma. And as long as you do your dharma, even if it meant killing your kith and kin on the other side, your very loved gurus and grandfather and your uncles and cousins, it was okay. Krishna says it is okay. Because you are doing dharma, which is to do the right thing and do it in the right way. You are a Kshatriya, you must fight the war. You cannot run away from the battlefield. Likewise, the challenges that come to us while we are dealing with things, they all have to be faced. We cannot run away from them. At the same time, they have to be faced with this idea of dharma, that whatever I am doing leads to the greater good of all, not my individual good. And that requires the next virtue, which is tyaga, sacrifice. Dharma cannot happen without tyaga or sacrifice. Tyaga means giving up something that we also need, but then there is somebody whose need is greater, whose requirement is greater. For that sake, when we give up something, that is tyaga. Not that which we don't need, so give it up. A lot of people do that kind of tyaga. A lot of dana, they do this kind. The old, worn out clothes not fitting anymore because we are not the same size anymore. We are looking for somebody to give it away, and then we make a big fuss out of it that we have given away, we have done sacrifice out of it. That is no kind of sacrifice. Sacrifice when we also need it, but somebody also needs it greater than us. That is what is called tyaga. So tyaga is the fundamental foundation on which dharma stands. Without tyaga, dharma cannot sustain. So what is tyaga in a banking concept? Naturally, all the effort that you put, all the kind of unearthly hours that you put in to ensure that whatever needs to be done is done. And as a banker, I remember there were days when customers would suddenly knock on the doors after the bank is closed. Somehow they remember something and there is an emergency, there is a need, and suddenly you have to do your dharma there. You cannot look at the watch and say, I'm walking away because I'm done with my duty for today. I don't care what happens after that. No, a banker is a 24/7 job, like doctors, like military, like so many others. It is a 24/7 job. Whenever people need us, we have to be there for them. And we're ready to sacrifice our personal time, leisure or pleasures for the sake of somebody else is extremely important, because if we don't do that, then we are not doing our dharma, the greater good of all. It does not mean you don't bring some kind of a discipline or of time and work and you burn yourself out. That's not dharma too. Greater good, remember that it's not about your promotion and your income and your bonuses. It's about the greater good of your clients and customers. For that sake, if you spend an extra minute, an extra hour, an extra day, that is dharma. And this is something that is to be ingrained in everybody in the society, who should not see the watch and work when there is a greater need. When there is a war, no, COVID time was there. Doctors couldn't say that we don't want to go to the hospital, this is beyond our working hours. They were working 24/7. those who are good doctors, dharma doctors, not the others. Similarly, nurses, paramedics, they put in such long hours of work. For whose sake? For the sake of greater good of all. And that is dharma. That is what in Mahabharata, Bhishma explains. Vidura explains. See, sacrifice is the basic virtue on which society stands. And what is the sacrifice? Some HR executive asked me, Swamiji, you are saying be compassionate, kind to all, but then there are those non-performers, there were underperformance. Then that leads to losses to the institution and whatever the cultural decay. So what should we do with those? If we remove them, we feel terrible that, oh, they are also having families, they are also having children, they have a job, but then they are inefficient, they are unable to deliver. What do I do with them? So this HR person was totally, I think very deeply concerned about this idea that I must make some hard decisions. Is it dharma or not dharma? Because I'm hurting somebody's interest. And that time I reminded that there is a shloka which Vidura tells. He says, Tyajet ekam kulasyarthe, gramasyarthe kulam tyajet, gramam janapadasyarthe, atmarthe prithvim tyajet. It means one can be sacrificed for the sake of family. An individual can be sacrificed for family, a family for the sake of community, a community for the sake of the country, and everything can be sacrificed for the greater good, greatest good, which is for the divine purpose. So this is the hierarchy of sacrifice. Dharma, doing it right and doing it always right and doing the right thing is one part. But that demands sacrifice from all of us. The second virtue of excellence is tyaga, and tyaga must be for the greater good. That one idea should guide us. So I told them that even if you have to remove an employee who is not able to perform or not able to do what they have got to do, maybe he or she has some other talents, please find another place for them. But at the same time, do not sacrifice the greater good of the institutions, because that will sacrifice the greater good of the society. That compromise cannot happen. So do make some decisions. It may look hard, but it is for the greater good of everybody. So greater good is dharma, greater good is excellence. Make decisions based on that. This is what we have to do in all spheres of life. But more importantly, when we are dealing with somebody else's wealth, somebody else's resources, somebody else's trust that has been invested in us. So that tyaga is the second biggest virtue that excellence demands. Nobody can shy away from that. And I'm sure if there were no sacrifices made by the founding fathers of this institution, if they had not thought about the greater good of all, and I was told that one of them, who is known as the father of banking, Mr. Adiga, Surina Adiga, he also had the opportunity to become a politician, a political leader. But then he decided that the bank needs him more than the politics, for whatever reason. Again, that is dharma. Our founder, Sri Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, who belonged to a small place, Alike, close to Puttur, he started this idea of giving education, uplifting masses, the rural people, very talented zamindar, well-to-do family, but he gave up everything for the greater good. At that point of time also he had options. He was also given chances. Would you become the education minister of Karnataka? At that point of time, that was the need. He said, no, there are many standing in a queue to become that. But to do what I have got to do, there are none. So I will do what I have got to do. And that is how he built institutions for rural children. And that is what has grown to this size today. The seed sown then is the tree today. And that idea of giving up one's personal idea, prejudices or biases or likes and preferences for the greater good of all is the essence of tyaga. And our scripture says, Tyage naike amrutatva manushuhu. Immortality comes from sacrifice only. Not just the individual sacrifice and the spiritual immortality, but sustainability and immortality of a banking system, an institution, comes only from tyaga. And when we are in the system where we're dealing with people's wealth, naturally there is a possibility of greed creeping into the financial system. That is the reason for all the downfall. I just quoted one like subprime crisis, but there has been so many bubbles that have come and burst and gone. And a lot of people have lost their wealth. And I was with somebody in Mumbai recently. We were listing on the social stock exchange for an upcoming hospital emergency and trauma care center. That's when we're talking to one of the asset managers over there. He said, what is happening all the time is the young investors, the young earning members of the society, the vulnerable members of the society, they do not know the rules of the game. They do not know the game. But they invest left, right, center using these small apps and such kind of trading platforms without much of knowledge. And what do they do at the end? All the money that they put in is taken away by the foreign investors. It means that the way the market is dealt with. So billions of dollars of Indian hard-earned money of young, vulnerable, innocent, gullible, but little greedy investors go away into the hands of so many of these foreign institutional investors who come and they know how and when what to do. And he was telling me with great sadness. And I told him that in that case, you must educate them. Is it not your duty? He said, that's not a part exactly of a duty. Investor, whatever, education, yes, we can do. It's a good thing to do. It's not like you have to do. But then I said, then there is something called beyond the call of duty. Have you heard of a term called beyond the call of duty? And that is what dharma is again. Doing duty is not dharma. Beyond the call of duty is dharma. So educating our people, our customers, our clients, our investors about what is right, what is not right, what is to be done, what should not be done, it also becomes our duty. It becomes our responsibility because we want them to be prosperous. The mission says we want to create a prosperous, progressive and prosperous and well-governed bank. Prosperity for all, not just for the bank. Is it? If bank is prosperous, means everybody around you is prosperous. That is how you are growing. So going beyond the call of duty is doing the right thing, is doing the divine thing. There are three things: duty without love, duty with love, and love without duty. First one, duty without love, deplorable. You shouldn't even be doing your job. If you don't like your job, you don't love your job, you're dragging yourself to the place, you will never be happy. And if you are not happy, how can you do an excellent job of whatever is given to you? So if you are happy, that is why Swadharma. If you are born to be a banker, you will be a good banker. You will do very well for everybody. So that is totally deplorable. It shouldn't be done if you don't love the job. Second is duty with love. Is desirable. Yes, we can do our duty with whatever love we have, and we are doing a great job of it. We are doing an excellent job of it. Wonderful. That's truly appreciated. But even beyond that, there is a step called love without duty, and that is divine. That is true essence of dharma again. Going beyond the call of duty to do what needs to be done for, again, the greater good of all. That is something that is expected of all of us, not just for the sake of making the bank prosperous, but for making the society prosperous. Today, so many of these youngsters, young, as I said, there are so many of these apps that have come up. People are unaware of the risks of it. That is on one side, uneducated risks. On the other side, there are elders who are becoming so vulnerable to these financial frauds and scams, digital arrest and God knows what all. I personally know so many who have lost their entire life's wealth. And when I had met a person some time back who is into cyber crimes, so he is an expert who can go look into what happened, can find where the money went and how to retrieve that money. And he told me there are so many places within the country and beyond, in Siberia, in Russia, and so many places from where these hackers, do what they do. And I told him, so how do you find out? He said, we also have a way to hack things, and then we do this, we do that. He explained to me the entire process. And he told, it's right here in Goa, it's there in Bihar. There are centers like this from where these people hack the systems and take away the hard-earned money of people. And what is even more sad is that he said, we work so hard to retrieve this money. We somehow find the trace and then come back because it's immediately converted into cryptocurrency or some other thing, and goes beyond the system. So we cannot track it anymore. So if you don't act within 24 hours, there is a good chance that you have lost the trace of money and it will never come back to you. So we work so hard. The moment we have a case and thousands of them being filed, whole team works hard to get that money back as quickly before it leaves the country's shores. But most of the time we get it, sometimes we don't. What happens after it comes? He says it comes and then it is a cyber complaint. So it goes through the process of court and law and police. And even that old man, even if he gets back his money of 100, let's say 100 rupees back, the truth is that he will never get all his 100 rupees back. The costs involved in all these processes will probably eat into that money, a big part of that money, and what is left in that person's hand is very little. So I also requested our MD Sri Krishnan ji that beyond the call of duty, please do something for everyone and create awareness about how banks work, how these systems work. Please don't engage yourself in activities which are unwarranted, whatever, be it your ignorance, innocence, whatever be the reason. At the end, you are the losers, and whatever the systems try, at the end, it doesn't come back to you. So dharma, again, as I said, is beyond the call of duty, educating our people, educating especially the elderly, who are the retired lot, And they have worked so hard all their life to save what they have, and then they don't have, somebody cheats them and defrauds them, and they don't have that money with them. It's a very sad thing, because we see, so that is another request I have, that please educate as many people as possible about how to do good banking. You doing good banking is not enough. The customer or client also should do good banking. And the last and the fourth value that I think I would leave is that, is the very first value that I talked about. Karnataka Bank family cannot be the family of just the board of directors, the stakeholders in terms of shareholders or employees, but it is the family of all the customers as well, isn't it? Every customer is a family once he opens the account with us. And I want to share one somebody asked, what is your most touching moment in your banking life? And I said there was one moment. There was this elderly Gujarati gentleman situated somewhere in Baswangudi in Bangalore. He was a day trader, and he has been trading for last probably all his life, maybe since he was a young boy. And he had these thick registers where he had tracked the stocks. He had columns, and very sincerely, religiously, every day he will write the pricing. Today it's all app-based or software-based, but he would personally write these registers. And he showed me his personal register over 3 or 4 decades, whatever he had done in his life. And I was very enamored, but he was very, very good man, good at heart, a very astute, very sharp investor, but at the same time, very good man. He must be at 74 or 75 like that. And he would come every day to give demat slips, you see, to be processed. And I would think how this man walks or comes all the way from that Baswangudi or Gandhi Bazaar to come to the bank and then give the slips. But that is all he knew. He did not know anything. His children were all settled abroad. He did not know what to do with himself, I think. So all the time he was doing this. And went to his home one day when he did not come. He was not well, I propose, because he would be there every day. And one day when he did not come, 2 days he did not come, then I thought, let me find out. So he called up his home on a landline, and they said he wasn't too well. So I went over to his house to find out whether he was okay, because I knew that he was staying alone. And then I realized that he had, because of the compulsion of his age and nobody to look after him, he had married for the second time a woman who was probably 25, 30 years younger than him, from a village who knew nothing. She couldn't write, read or speak. But the two of them were living in that old house. Half of it they occupied, half of it was rented out to some software engineer. Diwali came. You know, in banking, Diwali is a big thing. Muhurta trading happens for the traders, investors, and we give away gifts to all our clients and celebrate that occasion with everyone. So when Diwali came, I thought, what must be happening in this house today? The old man and his wife, uneducated, unlettered wife, and no children around. He must be very lonely and sad. Let me go and check on him. Not that he was a big investor or a big account for us. He was just a simple man. So when I went there with some sweets to give it as a gift, that was in between all the crackers that were being burst on the roads. When I met them, there was no light in their house. Everything was dark, not even a lamp. I was surprised because he's a Hindu, he's a Gujarati. Diwali is a big thing, and he's also a trader. So Diwali he should be celebrating, but there were no lamps, nothing. When I went there, he was not well again because he was growing old. I think he was on his bed. And his wife was there who opened the door. And I greeted them that this is Diwali, so I wanted to give some gifts to you and fees to you from the bank. And she said, oh, we never expected this because nobody comes and asks about how we are or greets us on a festival, not even our children. They don't even call us. But here you are, we are so happy. And she immediately, look at her, while I sat with her husband up in his bedroom, she went and started making some sweets and savories. They had not made any because there was nobody to eat that other than the two of them. But immediately she lit a lamp, she started cooking and made some Gujarati dishes and brought it to me and fed us both. And that day I felt that I have learned what banking is about. It's not about opening new accounts, it's not about increasing or deepening or widening relationships, but it is about building a bond with our customers and clients who are a part of our family. And in those days when they have no one, we are there for them. And when we do that, I think we have done our dharma as bankers because they trust us, they depend on us. These are my ideas of excellence. Of course, as I said, the other part of it, the governance, the process, the products, the compliance, you all know you are very efficient. But as a spiritual teacher, as somebody who believes in this idea of dharma rooted in our scriptures, these are a few things that I wanted to share with you to summarize that Dharma is about doing the right thing always and doing it the right way and challenging yourselves to learn every day so that you can do the right thing for everybody for their greater good. But it won't happen unless you are willing to sacrifice some of your personal likes and dislikes for the greater good of the institution and the society at large. And going beyond the call of duty at times when it is not on the on the list of your job descriptions. Even then going ahead and doing that is excellence, is dharma. And finally making a family out of not just a client, and anybody can be a family. And the last but not the least, one of the old clients, because I was a young banker, I was very grumpy in the initial days, a lot of load on the young ones. When they come, they're straight thrown into the river. Now you figure it out, you swim or sink. So you are working very hard for long hours. And I was generally grumpy at that point of time. That time an elderly client came up and he said that you should, the most important quality of a banker. And I said, here is another old man coming and giving me unsolicited advice, a young budding banker. But he said, I'm not going to ask you for big things, but just smile a little more, he said. If you smile, you'll be a good banker. And he himself was an ex-Canara Bank. So he told me, smile, smile. So I think banking is all about smiles. You smile, the clients smile, everybody around you smiles. I think you make their day better. So incorporate that into your work culture, that we smile a little more. And when we smile, the other person naturally smiles back at us. So be a good banker, be a dharmic banker, be a banker rooted in our values of doing the right thing at any cost, going beyond the call of duty, making sacrifices, and above all, keep smiling, and that is excellent banking for me. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I can take if there is time. Thank you.
That was indeed a wonderful, enlightening and thought-provoking Founders Day lecture. Thank you so much, Sri Madhusudan Sai, for gracing this occasion. And I'm sure that your words will remain afresh in our minds and hearts to come in the many years to come. Our chairman is an erudite banker with a distinguished career spanning over 4 decades in various facets of banking, both India and abroad. We at Karnataka Bank benefit from his wealth of experience. And I would now like to invite Shri P. Pradeep Kumar, Chairman Karnataka Bank, to share his sentiments on this occasion. Over to you, sir.
Ellarige namaskara. Distinguished chief guest of today's function, Sri Madhusudan Sai, my fellow directors on the board, Sri Balakrishna Alse, Sri Jivandas Narayan, Sri Gururaj Acharya, MD and CEO Sri Krishnan, ED Sri Shekhar Rao, our former MD Mr. Mahabaleshwar, the district officials, our former directors, I see Mr. Manjunath and Mr. Bilde. If anybody else is there, I don't see them. So, Dr. Ram Mohan. Mrs. Jairam Bhatt, Mrs. Ananta Krishna, fellow bankers, our distinguished invitees, channel partners, valued customers, shareholders, dear colleagues and ex-colleagues, members of the print and media. Good evening to all of you. I'm overwhelmed with joy and a sense of satisfaction today as the hall is full of illustrious audience, and many are also watching this program virtually. It is an honor and privilege to stand before you this August house today as we celebrate the 101st Founders Day for Bank. This is not just a milestone, it is a testament to our unwavering commitment and dedication to excellence in banking. Crossing the 100-year mark was a monumental achievement, but 101 signifies something even greater. It is time for us to reassure ourselves that we are not sitting on our past laurels. We are stepping into a new era with renewed energy. It represents progress beyond the century. The Managing Director's welcome speech has dealt in detail with the purpose and significance of our Founders Day celebrations, which we are conducting with great fervor and enthusiasm. Also, has put it in a nutshell the various steps taken by the bank for creating value for all stakeholders. I will not dwell again on those points. I compliment Team KBL, led by MD and CEO, for all the efforts taken by them in arranging this wonderful function in a very systematic way. I'm very happy to inform that Karnataka Bank is embarking on a major transformation exercise to make your bank a truly digital bank. We are offering best-in-class digital technology for all our products. This ensures hassle-free customer experience journey. We have embarked on a major process and operational efficiency, customer-centric innovations, and greater accessibility through various banking initiatives. Banking is taking all steps to ensure that the growth momentum is continued going forward, and we will leave no stone unturned in this regard. Karnataka Bank is now well capitalized and fully aligned to the modern day banking requirements. This year, we are very fortunate to have a guest who is doing human service to humanity, not only in this country, but many countries abroad, the details of which all you saw in this wonderful film. I think what I felt was there are many ways of worshipping God, and his way of worshipping God is serving the needy. In this wonderful speech, he touched upon many points for excellence, but certain key words I thought I will say, which I thought was very important. See, we are all in a material world. The material world is always the survival of the fittest. But he has given us a new idea, survival of the weakest and empowering the last man. I think this survival of the weakest and empowering the last man, I think, should be there in all our actions. Of course, he has asked all of us to go beyond the call of duties. Many of us, I'm sure, are doing it, but I think we should take it as a credo to go beyond the call of duty and do everything within the ambit of dharma. Whatever we do, we should do right, and we should do for the greater good. I'm sure all our staff here, the entire team led by Mr. Sri Krishnan, will imbibe all these things and make it a part of our daily banking life. Sir, you made this Founders Day celebration truly a memorable one with your gracious presence. On behalf of the bank and on my own behalf, I extend a deepest gratitude to our chief guest for his inspiring words. Let us once again give him a big round of applause. On this occasion, we salute our founders and invoke their continued blessings to rededicate ourselves to achieve more in the days ahead and to enhance value for all our stakeholders. We are grateful to our valued customers, some of them who are here today, shareholders, investors, for their continued support and patronage. We are extremely grateful to Team KBL, employees past and present, who with their dedication and commitment have helped the bank grow and reach the current level. I am confident they'll continue to contribute to the growth of the bank. We are also grateful to the district administration, police authorities, and other elected representatives, other well-wishers, friends, press and print media, and public for their continued support. Once again, a happy Founders Day to all. Thank you one and all for your presence.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring address, and also as we celebrate our 101st Founders Day today. As we celebrate 101 years of Karnataka Bank's illustrious journey, we proudly introduce the limited edition of 101 symbol, a lapel pin, a badge of honor, and a testament to our enduring legacy. Now I invite on stage the Board of Directors to join our Chairman, Shri P. Pradeep Kumar, to unveil the exclusive 101 symbol lapel pin of Karnataka Bank, a token of our bank's rich heritage and commitment to excellence. That's our lapel pin with the Shubh logo. which will be distributed to all the staff members across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
ಇಲ್ಲುಂಟು ಪರಿಹಾರ
ಶತಮಾನದ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಹೇಳುವ ಅನುಸಾರ
ಕೋಟ್ಯಾಂತರ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ನಗುತ್ತಿವೆ ಮನಸಾರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್
ಪರಿವಾರ.
As the dignitaries and the board members wear their lapel pin, I would want each one of you once again to applaud for all of us. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I request the directors please to take their seats among the invitees. We at Karnataka Bank continue to launch solutions to meet customer needs. We want to provide our customers with the ease of banking digitally, driving a seamless journey and a hassle-free experience. As we expand our horizons, we are excited to launch some new products on this day. I'm inviting on stage our Chief Product Officer, Sri Ramaswamy Subramaniam, for the new product launch. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jennifer. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected dignitaries seated in the front rows, esteemed members of the press, my fellow general managers, and all my colleagues in the bank, and above all our distinguished customers, guests, and partners who are here today, good evening and a warm welcome to all of you. At Karnataka Bank, we have been quite steadfast in our overall thought process, our philosophy, and our approach in keeping our customers at the center of all that we do. Our approach to product management is no different. We have been ensuring that we work hard to identify the key customer segments that we would want to cater to, understand the needs and requirements, and then build, curate, and deliver products which meet these requirements of these customers. Karnataka Bank today we are here to celebrate the 101st anniversary of this bank. And Karnataka Bank is a legacy bank with a very rich heritage, as all of you know. But Karnataka Bank is also a bank which is moving with the times. Women empowerment has been in the forefront for the last few years now. And Karnataka Bank continues to play its part in this initiative. And one such initiative today is our first product that we are launching, which is KBL 3, which is our exclusive women's savings account. Thank you. This product caters to all women, whether homemakers, whether entrepreneurs, or working professionals. And we have built a bunch of benefits and features which are focused on health, wellness, lifestyle, and shopping. And the beauty is this product caters to all geographies too, whether urban, semi-urban, or rural. And we are pretty strong in all of these three markets, as you know. Our MD and CEO spoke about the KBL family. So we are a 8,000 plus strong family and growing. And we have a very unshakable and strong bond which kind of unites all of us. Sri Madhusudan Sai, our chief guest, also spoke about the customers also being part of this family. And it is extremely appropriate that our second product that we are launching today is KBL One Family, a family banking program for all our customers. Thank you. This product brings in a lot of benefits for each and every member of the family. We can have up to 6 members of the family as part of this program. Again, we have built a host of benefits which kind of touches upon the needs of each of the segments, whether senior citizens, whether adults, or whether children. And this product, along with the KBL's 3 product, I'm sure will go a very, very long way in ensuring success, ensuring acceptance in the market with our customers, helping meet all of your requirements, and helping the bank grow. I should thank all my colleagues in the bank who have been part of this initiative, who have toiled hard over the last 1.5 months to kind of put these 2 products together. And I will be failing if I don't thank all my partners whom I can see here. All of them have played a key part in helping us build this product and bring it out today to the market. So thank you for all of that. I would now request our chief guest, Sri Madhusudan Sai. Sir? Sri Madhusudan, yeah, sir, I would request you to actually launch the product by officially clicking on the video button. And before you do that, sir, I would just request our executive director to also come up on stage. Yeah. You can just click.
Karnataka Bank celebrates 101 years of service with Shubh 101. And to celebrate this milestone, we are delighted to introduce 2 new offerings designed to make your life better. Introducing KBL's 3, a women's savings account, and KBL One Family, a family banking program. These are not just banking solutions, they are enablers of financial strength, security, and seamless growth. KBL's 3, a savings bank account crafted for women who define their own success, whether as homemakers, professionals, or entrepreneurs. With exclusive rewards, flexible savings, and limitless possibilities, experience banking that goes beyond transactions. 25% discount on annual locker rentals, 50% waiver on loan processing fees, 2 lakh rupees personal accident insurance, 25 lakh rupees cancer indemnity cover, 10 lakh rupees home shield insurance, domestic and international lounge access, higher transaction limits, wellness, lifestyle and shopping benefits with your NCMC RuPay International Platinum Debit Card. Shubh beginnings, limitless growth. KBL One Family, a banking solution that links your family under one ID, offering tailored benefits, shared privileges, and seamless access. Eligibility based on total relationship value across savings and current accounts, deposits, and loans. Link up to 6 family members. Customized benefits for every member. Lifetime free NCMC RuPay Select International Debit Card. 50% waiver on loan processing fees. Lifetime locker discount. Higher ATM and POS e-commerce transaction limits. Comprehensive insurance coverage for members and wellness benefits, including free health checkups. Shubh banking for every family, every need. With KBL's 3 and KBL One Family, we go beyond banking. Partnering with you in every step of your journey. Because at Karnataka Bank, your progress is our promise. Together in banking, together in growth. Karnataka Bank.
Thank you all. I would now request the debit cards to be brought up on stage. We have curated 2 special designed debit cards for both of these programs. So I'll request the dignitaries, including our ED Shekhar Rao, to unveil the debit cards.
thanks to our CPO, Shri Ramaswamy Subramaniam. So I just want to know that all those who are here, do visit your closest KBL branch to avail these specially launched products on 101st Founders Day. We want to see each one of you all visiting our branches tomorrow early morning when the branch opens without fail. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the presence of Shri Rajendra Dodamani, the SP. He's around here. Warm welcome to you, sir. Creating strong business and building a better world are not conflicting goals. They are both essential ingredients of long-term success, said by Bill Ford. In our century-old existence, we have a long-standing commitment towards promoting inclusive social and economic development. Our social efforts are driven by the vision to create a positive impact through projects that are sustainable with widespread reach and responsive to local developmental needs and urgencies for inclusive growth. In other words, a meaningful socio-economic change has been our endeavor. Karnataka Bank has always been a catalyst in making a difference in the lives of people through its interventions in the areas of rural development, education, skill development and livelihood enhancement, healthcare and hygiene, and financial literacy. May I now request the CSR Committee of Board members, Mr. Gururaj Acharya, to come on stage to hand over the commitment letters to all the 3 CSR announcements that we are going to make this evening. With a lot already done, the bank continues to bring about the change, keeping with its philosophy of sustainability and innovation. Today, we are recommitting to this by announcing 3 CSR commitment letters. The representatives of the concerned organizations are with us today. As I announce their names, I request them please to come on stage and collect the bank's commitment letter of financial assistance towards the chosen initiatives from the dignitaries on the days. May I please call on stage Srimati Joy Jeevan Rai, the principal, Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara School, Ashok Nagar, Mangaluru, to collect the bank's offer letter of financial assistance of rupees 22,45,786 towards procuring a school bus enabling transportation facilities to students hailing from rural areas where access to public transportation is limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for all of them.
ಒಂದೊಳ್ಳೆ ಪರಿವಾರ
ಹೇಳದೆ ಇರೋ ಕಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೂ ಇಲ್ಲುಂಟು ಪರಿಹಾರ.
Good luck to you, ma'am. May I now call onto the stage Dr. Ravisha Tunga Airodi, Managing Director, and Dr. Tunga's Manaswini Center of Excellence for Mental Health Care, Training and Research, Mangaluru, to collect the bank's offer letter of financial assistance of rupees 27,62,312 towards procuring an ambulance to expand emergency health services to the underdeserved neighborhoods.
ಈ ಪಯಣ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ.
Thank you, sir, and wish you good luck in your future endeavors. May I now please call onto the stage Sri Jagadisha Navada, Principal, Viveka PU College, Kota, Udupi District, and Sri Jagadisha Holla, Headmaster, Viveka Girls High School, to collect the bank's offer letter of financial assistance of rupees 19,91,500 rupees towards the installation of solar rooftop plant at the college. Viveka PU College, managed by Kota Vidya Sangha, is situated in a rural area and will take a big step towards becoming a clean energy campus with the introduction of this 30 kVp solar project. So we at KBL are supporting greenery projects. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you, sir. With heartfelt appreciation, we acknowledge the contributions of numerous individuals and organizations that have made this 101st Founders Day celebration a resounding success. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Executive Director, Shri Shekhar Rao, to propose the vote of thanks.
Since we are doing good on time, and also since Shri Sadhguru Madhusudan Sai sir suggested that he will take one or two questions, and our director also prompted, the floor is open for a couple of questions. I'll start with mine first. So I just wanted you to comment on work-life balance. For most of us bankers, that's a difficult task. And what are your thoughts about work-life balance?
I think when you do what you love and when you love what you do, work-life balance happens. So if you love your job and you love what you're doing, also you start learning to love whatever you have got to do. Because sometimes we don't love that part. So that would be the best way to do work-life balance. But of course, practically, some discipline has to be put in. You must know when to stop, when to start. If you have a family, especially people like me have no problem. We are 24/7 doing what we want. But with a family and other commitments, I think you have many roles to play. And you must allocate time and discipline yourself to stick to that timeline. But as I said, even if you have to put in long hours sometimes, if you love what you have got to do, you'll never get tired. And where there is prema, there is no shrama. And where there is shrama, there is no prema. That is how it is. So if you do it with all the love, I'm sure your heart will guide you how to balance yourself better.
Thank you. Some few more questions from the audience. Yeah, we have from one Mr. S.S. Nayak. Can someone pass the mic, please?
Guruji, there is a burning issue nowadays. We are going towards nuclear family. Now much people in home, 1 or 2 children, they are also away from parents. Parents, either they have become old or home has become old. They are not available as and when their parents want them to with them. How this can be addressed? Because in the initial stages of their childhood itself, if you inculcate these attachment, that means being spiritual and being ritual, so this will help children to support their parents. What is your takeaways in this?
The family is the basic unit of the society. You see, if it breaks apart, the whole society will collapse at some point in time. Unfortunately, with the modern trends, most of the children and also the pressures of survival and growth, people are making decisions which takes them away from their parents, and that's happening more and more, not only in urban city areas, but also in rural areas. We see huge migration to the urban areas, so old people are left behind, nobody to look after them or care for them. Yes, there is survival pressure, maybe there is a little bit of ambition also which is causing this. So family values are very important to sustain this. That is why when the moment they said one family account, I said this is a very good idea from every point of view. It keeps everybody together. At least you'll have to listen to your father once a while whenever he puts that money in your account and says only this much you can use. So those, apart from this financial dependencies, the family value of love and concern for each other is something that has to be built from the day one. And you know where the mistake happened? Our parenting and our schooling went wrong. Because our schooling told more marks, more money, more success. Our parenting told, no, I do not want to, not every parent is like that, but I have seen people, when I met them, I told, you are living all alone by yourself. Where are your children? He said, I have 3 children. The first one is in America. He's a doctor. I'm very proud of him. The second daughter, she's UK. She is doing her lawyer or whatever the business. The third one, the useless fellow, is still in India, looking after me. Can't be this way of parenting. We are very proud to send our children away because some kind of a social prestige or social perception. But I think at the end of it, family matters, and so many things family and relationships can do which money cannot. And opportunities are coming back to India. If for the opportunities' sake people left, I think opportunities are coming back to India. There's a reverse migration started. And if you don't want to migrate, there are presidents who will make you migrate back to India. Those are the times we are living in. But taking India is a land of opportunities now. I think everybody should encourage their children to stay back, at least close to where they are, and do what they can, because technology, communication, financial systems, you don't need to be physically there to do things. You can do it from anywhere. And that is something that, again, as a banker or bankers, you can promote. Better family values, because you can, even if you want to do business or set up a new company, you can do it from anywhere, because now everything is digital, and so it's so much more easier. But building that value system that we need each other from the day one, and telling children what is their priority in life. Priority is parents, priority is to be for each other, especially at the times of need. That investment we must make. I'll end with a small joke, just to lighten the play. I had 2 alumni, both are married to each other. They came from Bangalore. They said, we both work in the different companies, and it's a very high pressure job. Work-life balance is not there and all that. I said, why do you both work? Why doesn't one stay back and look after things? He said, no, this is in such an expensive city. Our children go to international schools. You know what the fee is? 3 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees a year. So both of us have to work. We need double income. I said, all right, then what do you tell your children when you don't get to see them and talk to them? They say, we tell them we are working so hard for your sake, for your future, to put you in the best schools. I said, that's all right, but remember, when you grow old, your children will also put you in old folks home or old age home and tell, we can't come and see you because we are working so hard to pay for your old folks home. So you reap what you sow. Today you spend time with them, okay, sacrifice a little bit of financial. May not be a big international school, maybe a national school. Satisfy yourself with that. But if you lose this connect with your children, and if you show them that money is what you worked for and not for relations, that is what they will do to you when you grow old. So this is the same coin that comes back to us. We have to be careful about this, and schooling and parenting has to improve. As an institution, we work very hard to do that. But it is my appeal to all the parents in you, the bankers. Yes, you must do a lot for the bank and institutions, but do spend time with your children, with your family, because that is the biggest investment that you're making, which will pay rich dividends throughout your life.
I think so. With that pearls of wisdom from Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, I'll head back to the assigned task for the day. I've been assigned this task of proposing the vote of thanks. Distinguished guest of the day, Sri Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, esteemed chairman Sri Pradeep Kumar, of course our beloved managing director Sri Krishnan, respected members of the board who are present here, Sri Jeevan Das, Narayan, Sri Balkrishna Alse, Sri KG Acharya, and those who've joined us through other channels and who have not been present. Our previous managing director and CEO, who's been our guiding force. He's also present here. Other members, past members of the board, of course, our channel partners, and most importantly, our customers, my fellow general managers and fellow colleagues, esteemed members, office bearers of both the unions, and other distinguished guests like the MLA of our beloved MLA, Sri Vedavyas Kamath, who's come in person, We are honored to have his presence. uh, if I miss out any names, kindly pardon me. MD and CEO has mentioned most of them. That was an interesting lecture, and intertwining Gita and Mahabharata with life. All of us knew of these four virtues: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Now I have a new twist to that. Dharma, Tyaga, go beyond the call of duty, and of course family. This is some thoughts that will stay with me for, and I'm sure with all of us, for a long time. And these great principles of Dharma, doing it right versus the right thing, and above all the idea of the greater good. That makes you happy and leads to a greater good. That's Swadharma. And these are principles which, if we align with our lives, if we align with what we are doing in our daily jobs, will of course add a lot of value to not just the bank, to the customers also. And these great examples of how we kind of serve our customers, of building a bond with customers and not just being transactional. These are amazing messages from Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, which all of us, the greatest value addition that we can do is to follow these principles in good measure. So we are profoundly grateful to our esteemed guest, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, great humanitarian leader. I've taken some notes. The kind of work they are doing in Annapurna Nutrition Scheme, free education, free medical education, free pediatric hospitals, and those in pipeline, 600-bed hospital. These are all great service to humanity. And this entire thing about human excellence that they practice at their institutions is worth emulating. Our Chairman, Sri Pradeep Kumar, President of today's function, is a guiding force for us, and his vision and dedication have been instrumental and inspire us to greater heights. Sir, your presence today has added immense value. On behalf of the Board of Directors, MD and CEO, and all present here, and my own behalf, I thank you for your gracious presence and for being a pillar of strength. We also have on the dais our beloved Managing Director and CEO, Sri Krishnan, who has guided us in each step for successful conduct of this program. And it is his enthusiasm that has made this day special. And we are hugely indebted to him for his encouragement and his timely advice. His dynamic and inspirational leadership has helped us help the bank to take greater strides. Rightly said, Aapka Karnataka Bank, Bharat Ka Karnataka Bank, which has made a huge positive impact beyond our home state, Karnataka as well. It's my bounden duty to thank the members of the board of directors of the bank for their august presence on this eventful day, and their spouses as well. Your strategic vision has been instrumental in shaping our journey. My deep respect and wholehearted thanks to each one of you for their kind gesture in sharing this evening with us. Thank you, Sri Jivandas sir, Alse sir, and Acharya sir for being present here today. My respectful thanks to Sri Mullai Muhilan, MP IAS, Deputy Commissioner, Sri Anupam Agarwal, Commissioner of Police, Superintendent of Police, Sri Yatish, and Sri Rajendra Doddamane, Deputy SP, other elected representatives for the help given and for sparing your time with us on the evening. Before I end, I thank our former Managing Director and CEO, Sri Mahabaleshwara MS, Srimati Mrs. Renuka Anantakrishnan, Srimati Shubha Jairam Bhatt, and Srimati Shuguna Krishnan, and my own wife, Srimati Vrunda Shekhar, for their gracious presence here today. I'll also take this occasion for all the volunteers who worked tirelessly to make this evening. Of course, the 2 special product launches that we had will urge all the branches who are listening to us to take these products forward in full measure. KBL's 3 and KBL 1 family. In fact, our tagline says Family Bank. So finally, we have a product that kind of adds value to our tagline. We are fortunate to have the gracious presence of top executives from both the life insurance, general insurance partners. Thank you for being here in good measure. I thank Mr. M.V. Shankar Bhatt, our legal counsel, for his gracious presence. Today, we have the august presence of our valued customers who come from far and wide. They have come all the way from places like Chandigarh, Faridabad, Tirupur, Chennai, New Delhi, Mumbai. Your trust and loyalty have been our greatest assets. In fact, you are the pillars of this family. You make this family special. And you kind of encourage us to keep innovating and improving our services in meeting our evolving needs. I wholeheartedly thank each one of you. In fact, as I speak, I notice that we also have members from our regulators and other institutions like NPCI. Mrs. Divya is here representing NPCI. Thank you for being here. My special thanks to the beneficiaries of today's CSR activities for being a part of this function. Thank you. My deep sense of gratitude to CEO of KBL Services, and I acknowledge the presence, with gratitude, the presence of the members of the print and electronic media. Please also join me in congratulating 2 of our colleagues, Mrs. Jennifer for her efficient Master of Ceremony and Mrs. Veena TN for her melodious invocation. Our thanks are due to all the volunteers once again. As we conclude first part of this function, let us take forward the inspiration we have gained today. The number 101 is not just a celebration of the past, it's a commitment for the future. With renewed energy and determination, we will continue to build a stronger, smarter, and more inclusive banking institution with our theme, Bharat Ka Karnataka Bank. Meanwhile, I am pleased to announce that the musical concert by Vidwan Sri Shashank Subramaniam and Vidwan Unni Krishnan will follow in a short while from now. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Once again, on behalf of the bank and board of directors, our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Every time we remember to say thank you, we experience nothing less than heaven on earth. Thank you, sir, for your words of gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, can we all put our hands together once again to thank all of them who have made this evening a great one. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to the end of the formal program of today's evening, which will be followed by a musical concert very shortly. So kindly sit and enjoy the upcoming musical concert. Ladies and gentlemen, dear music lovers and revered guests, it is our pleasure to present a mesmerizing Carnatic flute concert featuring the enchanting renditions of Vidwan Shashank Subramanyam and Vidwan P. Unnikrishnan and his team, known for their captivating, soul-stirring renditions. The flute, an instrument revered in our ancient traditions, is said to have the power to captivate and transport us to a realm of serenity and joy. As we welcome the artist, we invite you to immerse yourself in the soothing melodies and intricate ragas that will be woven on the flute. With their mastery over the instrument and deep understanding of Carnatic music, they promise to take us on a musical journey that will leave us spellbound and inspired.